Cyclonic storm Amphan made its landfall across coastal areas of West Bengal on the 20th of May 2020. The coastal areas of Odisha and the neighboring country of Bangladesh were also impacted by the cyclone. It was predicted that the storm would develop into an extremely severe cyclonic storm equivalent of a Category 2 hurricane based on its wind speed. But within 18 hours, it intensified from a Category 1 to a Category 5 storm with winds of up to 260 km per hour, which was unprecedented. It was one of the most powerful storms to hit South Asia ever. It caused massive damage and devastation in the state of West Bengal.
When this Amphan occurred, we are tracking the movement of the cyclone through the satellite and through the IMD system and other associated systems, and we were closely following it up when the landfall will take place and all that. And we have also alerted our outreach partner. In many places we have outreach partner, and in this case our outreach partner was Sabushang. And we knew that the landfall is going to take place in Sundarbans, which is a very disaster-prone areas and all that. So we had pre-alerted Sabushang, and they were on ground and they were also tracking the cyclone themselves. The trees, the agriculture field, the ponds, the whole gamut of things we tried to look at in a very specific manner, to look at that what is the nature of destruction that has taken place, and what are the kind of things that need to be done to build it better. And then we also tried to use technology to make the interpretation of this image to information and data. I will not say that we have done it perfectly, but the way we are proceeding, I am sure very soon we'll be reaching a state where this assessment will be perfect.
Humanitarian Aid International, a devoted NGO, has got rich experience in disaster reliefs and rehabilitation. HAI has established Drone for Humanity platform for integration of technology in disaster management. HAI, through its DFH platform, supported Subusang, a West Bengal-based organization, to carry out drone-based assessment of damage and loss caused by the cyclone.
We got the messages almost 3 days before, 72 hours before. It was the forecast. The Amphan will hit it and landfall will be either the Ganga Sagar or the East Midnapur in Haldia dock.
To deal effectively and timely with disasters, pillar number 1 is a humanitarian platform, a national platform of frontline organizations. So we have members, grassroots organizations from all over India, and that gives us leverage to respond to disaster in any part of the country in no time. But only that is not enough. Only having a member organization on ground is not enough. You need financial resources, and for that pillar number 2 is a national pooled fund. This national pooled fund will provide us leverage to trigger a response in say 24 to 36 hours when a disaster has occurred. And pillar number 3 is a national roster. This national roster also, it's still at a planning stage, and it has to be executed. And the plan is to have all kind of professionals member of this roster: doctors, paramedics, engineers, IT guys, financial persons, humanitarian workers, psychosocial experts, etc. And that will provide us capacity to provide surge support to smaller humanitarian organizations. This national roster has been conceived with this idea to provide surge support to such a smaller organization.
We cannot move even almost 36 hours. We cannot move from my own villages. So the road was, because all electric poles, that is the big trees are uprooted. So entire thing was because we never expect, and this is my life experience, this kind of the devastations, because we expect, that is because the wind speed was almost more than 180 kilometers, around 200 kilometers, and all electric poles is broken, the trees are uprooted. So this is a very horrible situation, and that situations um, we don't know actually how we can also start our response program. So this is a mixed. And another problem was because this is the pandemic situation, the COVID situations, so that the evacuation centers, it is earlier the start with it was decided we will maintain, that is the standard rules of that is the COVID-19 guidelines, maintaining the social distancing and all. But due to this humanitarian crisis, this is a very in these situations, it was not possible to maintain all these things.
HAI carried out artificial intelligence-based damage and loss assessment to guide relief and early recovery response in a way that it leads to seeking long-term solution in cyclone-hit areas. The data was captured through aerial survey by drones.
Without assessment, it was very difficult to respond, that is the proper response. So then we had a contact with the HAI, and HAI is given some technical inputs for the technological assessment part, and HAI providing the team as well as the other support, how we can also collaborate with the other stakeholders like PRI or the other government departments. Finally, the HCL Foundations is providing support to us, and we are hiring the technical support from as a partnership support from HAI.
We started partnering with HCL Foundation in 2017 for Assam flood response, and afterwards we received funds again for Assam flood response, for Cyclone Bulbul response, and right now one response is going on in Karnataka with support from HCL Foundation. We are responding to COVID-19 situation there. It's a very, very trusted, reliable donor, and they make very fast decision to support our disaster response. And now the partnership is growing beyond financial partnership only. We are now becoming a strategic partner. We are also conducting a study together for this is a system-wide study to integrate technology in disaster management.
This assessment was not possible through conventional methods of assessment due to restrictions on movement during the lockdown period. This exercise is expected to inform the relief and recovery planning of Subusang as well as other humanitarian stakeholders including the state.
As humanitarian organizations, we are primarily dealing with those people who have been who are facing socio-economic impact of the pandemic, and this is the impact disaster affected communities also face. So this is the synergy we have to plan when we are responding to a disaster. If we are responding to COVID-19, then a flood has occurred, and how do we redesign our program that through one activity we can serve two needs of the population. So this is all about strategizing and redesigning your activity, and this is how we have been able to respond to several natural disasters also during last few months time.
काजीरंगा नेशनल फॉरेस्ट में भी हम लोग ये काम करने वाले हैं, जहां हमारा प्रिय जानवर प्रोटेक्टेड स्पीसीज़ है राइनोसोरस, वो और उसके साथ साथ कई और जानवर बाढ़ में बह जाते हैं। उनको लोकेट करना, उनको स्पॉट करना और गवर्नमेंट एजेंसीज़ को इन्फॉर्म करना द रियल स्पॉट जहां वो फंसे हुए हैं, वहाँ वो मदद पहुंच सकती है। इस तरीके के प्रयास सबसे पहले करने वाली भारत में एनजीओ हमारी ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एड इंटरनेशनल है, और हम हर वक्त समय के साथ साथ अपने ड्रोन पायलट्स इसमें ऐड करते जा रहे हैं।
HAI is thankful to Subusang for engaging HAI in carrying out the exercise and making local logistics arrangements, and to HCL Foundation for the financial support.